Where does the energy come from? Do you need to eat before if you want to have energy for any activity or exercise? Today I'll try to answer these questions, and light you up on how the body works, so you'll manage better your health and your energy sources. Coming in a bit. I am Mihai Dumitrescu, IPT Skill Enhancement Trainer, Pro Basketball Coach, and NCSF Certified Sports Nutrition Specialist, and I welcome you to our Advanced Nutrition section. The food that we've just eaten will move from the stomach to the small intestine after at least 2 and up to 5 hours, depending on the type of food, or the quantity. Only very small quantities of water, alcohol, or glucose will be absorbed during this stage, so little that it is irrelevant. Then, everything moves to the small intestine where the most absorption will take place. The thing is that this process takes from 2 up to 12 hours, passing later in the colon where we'll stay for more, between 10 to 60 hours until excretion. Every day, since we were kids, we keep hearing the same thing: you need to eat your breakfast to have energy for the day, or, you need to eat 3 meals a day plus 2 to 3 snacks, and after a workout, you need to eat your proteins right away. All of those are affirmations without any scientific base, that is perpetuated from mouth to mouth, and in the end unfortunately they've created a false conclusion. So, then, if the energy doesn't come from the food that you've just eaten, why do you feel better and satiated after you eat? Well, that's because as soon as you start eating, the body makes hormones, like insulin, and before the digestion starts, it already mobilizes the resources as it knows all will be replenished shortly. In fact, the way we've been created, we have glycogen stores for 24 hours, fat deposits for at least 1 up to 12 months, depending on the individual, proteins for a few weeks, and even some vitamins will last for 1 week, the rest will last for years. So, the resources will not run out in hours, as we were taught to believe, and not even in days. Still, despite what I told you before, we feel the need to eat every 2 or 3 hours, and here is why. The way we've been urged to eat, starting and ending the day with carbohydrates, aiming for a total of 65% of our caloric needs from these, made most of us carb-dependent individuals. And this is because carbs trigger insulin. We eat, insulin comes into place, blood sugar goes down, we need to eat again to raise the blood sugar, then insulin is secreted again. And we are in a vicious circle all day long. In time, the cells will ban the glucose access, and this is when prediabetes and insulin resistance get into place. What you have to keep in mind is that we don't need to eat for immediate energy. Because we are used to eating often, we don't give any chance to our body, then to work hard to get rid of the glucose excess, and here is what triggers a chain reaction, with hunger sensations, and so on. Now, let's see what fuels different activity levels in a normal way, the nature programmed us. But first, we need to understand the difference between aerobic and anaerobic activity. Simply put, aerobic activity is when the pulse is under 110 to 120, but this depends on age and fitness level, so better to notice it is up to the point where you can breathe normally, and there is no need for extra oxygen. What is over this threshold is considered anaerobic activity, and with more oxygen, you'll need more intense effort it is. For any aerobic activity, the energy is produced with a preponderance of fat, more than 90%, and only a tiny quantity of glucose is utilized. In contrast, as the activity gets more and more intensive, the energy will be produced most of the carbohydrates, to the level where for maximum intensity only carbs will be used. I'll say it is simplified. For the aerobic activity you can go days after days without any food. For a complex anaerobic activity like basketball you could go 4 to 5 hours at game pace, till the glycogen stores will be depleted, but that does not mean you'll need to eat immediately. All I want to say is that we have plenty of resources to skip breakfast at least, and to go for any intensity without any fear. Don't get me wrong, I am not against eating, but I'm all for intermittent fasting, for sedentary people, and athletes as well. You can acknowledge all the benefits in the video above here. Longer fasts like 36, 48, or 72 hours, I consider to be kind of extreme, and those who want to do it should prepare for these 1 or 2 years before. Their benefits can be spectacular and can cure incurable diseases by the power of autophagy, but as a person is relatively healthy, I guess doing it little by little every day is much better in the long-term run. Try as you may, understand your own body, learn more about how it works, and go on at your pace with whatever you want to try. Stick with our channel as we want to reveal to you all about how the human body is made to function, so you can make the best decision to improve your life. Hope you've liked this video, and I'm sure you'll be interested in watching those up here too. Please give us a thumb up, don't forget to subscribe, and set all your notifications on so you'll not lose anything.